Okay, today we are going to read the story I Stand Here Ironing, written by Tilly Olsen. She was born in 1912 and she was expired or died in 2007 recently. Regarding a writer's life, she was born in Omaha, Nebraska in 1912. She began to write a novel about a poor family living through the depression when she was just 19 years old. At that time, she herself was living through the depression. Her life, her own life was very difficult, living through depression. Depression, there was economic crisis at that time, Great Depression of 1929 perhaps. She's talking. And at that time, when she was writing the novel, she was in depression and she was moving to California, working in different factories and offices. In 1961, she published a book, Tell Me a Riddle, the name of the book. It is the collection of her four extraordinary stories. This book, Tell Me a Riddle, established Olsen as a important American writer. This is a short life story about the writer of this story, I Stand Here Ironing. Title, I Stand Here Ironing. Ironing is to be interpreted later. It has symbolic meaning also. Whether she is ironing the clothes or she is ironing her own life or she is ironing her daughter Emily, we have to analyze it later. No, I'm not going to that now. Ironing means smoothing, making it smooth, or making it better in a way. So that iron is a symbol, it symbolizes by its function, in a way, making life better. As I have said, maybe of daughter, maybe of the clothes, maybe of our own life. This is the introduction of the title and writer. If you have anything, you can ask me now.
Hello, sir. Hello.
भन त मैले अहिले चाहिँ खालि राइटरको लाइफ पुस्तक हामीले के पायौँ राइटरको लाइफ चाहिँ अलि होइन डिफिकल्ट लाइफ थियो सी हरसेल्फ वाज लिभिङ थ्रु डिप्रेसन बट in order to become writer she showed the symptom she showed some eagerness from her very small age, that is age of 19. She started writing novel about a poor family living through a depression when she was only 19 years old. राइटरको लाइफको बारेमा हामीले कुरा गरेको उनले फर्स्ट नोभल लेख्न सुरु गरेको जब उनी 19 वर्षको थिइन् अनि उनलाई फेमस बनाएको बुक चाहिँ के रहेछ द नेम अफ द बुक टेल मी अ रिडल उनका चारवटा स्टोरीजहरुको कलेक्सन हो त्यसले चाहिँ उनलाई एउटा फेमस अमेरिकन राइटर बनायो रे अब हाम्रो यो अहिलेको हाम्रो कोर्समा प्रिस्क्राइब गरेको स्टोरी के छ आई स्ट्यान्ड हियर आइरोनिङ अनि मेजर क्यारेक्टर्स को छ यहाँ इमिली डटर हो डटर इमिली वान अफ द मेजर क्यारेक्टर्स एनदर क्यारेक्टर इज मदर र डटरकै भूमिका एकदमै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ यहाँ दे आर भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट क्यारेक्टर्स इन द स्टोरी मदर्स नेम इज नट गिभन no name is given and mother is the narrator of the story as well and she has other 4 children altogether she has 5 children other 4 children she has she gives birth when she goes to another husband like Susan, another daughter, Ronnie, another infant son. Such children's names are given there as we go through the story. Father's role is not very much significant. The first father, first husband, goes away, becoming unable to endure the difficulties, problems. He goes away from her, leaving this narrator plus Emily to suffer in a way. I'm going to tell you the story at first. When we understand the story very nicely, we can analyze it, we can talk about the theme, we can answer the questions. For that, it is important to understand the story at first. So I have, I told, mother is the narrator. Mother has the no name here, no name is given in the story. She's ironing as the story opens. She's standing and ironing, and she's also speaking on the phone. She's speaking on the phone with a person. That person's name is also not given. That person maybe, we can guess that as they talk, we can guess that the person should be a social worker, counselor, or a teacher, something like that, maybe politician. Like that person should be that, because that person is eager to help her daughter as they are in difficult condition. This person is willing to help her daughter as her daughter is in need of help. He says, when the story opens, it is the flashback. Emily is shown as she is 19 years old. Mother started writing the story when she was 19. And when she was left by husband, at that time also she was 19. And now she talks about the story, when Emily is teenage, is in her teenage. Who passed her life outside her mother or beyond her mother. Emily did not pass her, what is called this now, the childhood days with her mother. She passed her childhood days out of her mother. She did not get mother's love mostly. There was a lot of problem with her mother. That's why she was bound to stay out time and again. The narrator recalls earlier days when the story begins. At the beginning of the story, a kind of flashback. And then the mother recalls the earlier days of Emily. What Emily was like, how she was born. She recalls मदरले इमिलीको लाइफको बारेमा याद गर्न खोज्छ के थियो उनी कस्तो थिइन् भनेर भन्दैछन् Emily was first of 5 children. She was very beautiful at birth, but uneasy tenancy. उनीहरु भाडामा बस्नु पर्ने धेरै खालको दुःख कष्ट चाहिँ उनले भोग्नु परेको थियो हैन. The tenancy was, in the means, it was uneasy tenancy. The childhood was very difficult. However, as a child, she blew shining bubbles of sound. She loved motions. She loved light. She loved color. She loved music. And she loved textures. Textures, what is called enjoying by feeling the objects or things. Now, as a child, she was very curious, enthusiastic, inquisitive, like other children. When she was 8 months old, when Emily was 8 months old, the narrator had to leave her outside with another lady. She had to leave her daytime with the woman downstairs because the narrator had to work or look for work. Now, as the Emily's father was not there, he left them being unable to endure the miserable situation. If you look at the last line of second paragraph of page number 399, you will see this. You can just point it out by while reading the story. So Emily's mother is the narrator. She is narrating the story. She is telling about herself and she is telling about her daughter and her family. situation, condition, etc. When the narrator was 19 years old, she had that daughter, and it was the pre-relief, pre-WPA world of depression. She was trying to work, she was trying to get some relief from the government. This WPA, Work Progress Administration, it is the relief agency. जस्तै हाम्रो अहिले के भइरहेछ, विभिन्न एजेन्सीहरूले दुःख पाएको मान्छेलाई विभिन्न चिजहरू दिने गर्छन्, तर त्यो WPA ले के गर्न खोज्दो रहेछ, it wanted to give the people work rather than some goods, objects, etc. So this relief agency was working to provide the poor people the work. So she was trying to get work out of this agency, WPA. As she came from work, she got the work in order to what is called leave, in order to earn her living. When she came from the work, Emily would break into clogged weeping that could not be comforted. Clogged weeping that could not be comforted. When mother came, Emily was weeping very badly, with obstructed flow. बच्चाहरु लामो समय रोएपछि उक्क उक्क गर्छ, त्यसले clogged weeping भनेको छ त्यसलाई. That could not be comforted, very soon. She was not soothed. She was not consoled very soon. Emily was continuously crying when her mother came from the work. When Emily came from work, when the narrator came from work, Emily used to cry very badly, clogged weeping, that she did not stop very easily. Later on, the narrator gets a job at night time. When she gets the job at night time, it is a bit better for Emily because she could be with her mother in the daytime. It is a bit better time for Emily. But later on, the narrator sends Emily to live with her father's family. They cannot live together. बुझिरहेछ कुरा?
हजुर सुनिरहेछु, बुझिरहेछु।
बुझिरहेछु सर।
मैले कथा भनिरहेको छु कसरी अगाडि बढिरहेछ भनेर, हैन? त इमिली डटर भयो, अनि पछि न्यारेटर मदर हो। न्यारेटर मदरले त्यो डटरलाई आफ्नो जिम्मामा राख्नु परेको छ, हैन? फादर इरेस्पोन्सिबल भएर बाहिर जान्छन्, अनि उनले कसरी त्यो उनलाई म्यानेज गर्छ, आफ्नो लाइफ म्यानेज गर्छ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ यहाँ देखाइएको छ, है। Later on, the narrator mother sends Emily to live with her father's family. आफूले नसकेपछि फादरको फ्यामिलीमा पठाइदिन्छ, but she is not satisfied when she is in father's family. She suffers from chickenpox there. She is not happy, she suffers from the different diseases. When she comes back, when she was 2 years old, फादरको घरबाट ऊ 2 वर्षको हुँदा फर्कन्छ इमिली चाहिँ, हैन? मदरको लभको लागि, मदरको केयरमा फेरि 2 वर्षको हुँदा एकपटक चाहिँ मम्मीकोमा आउँछ। एट द टाइम शी वाज भेरी नर्भस, हैन? लाइक हर फादर भनिएको छ बुकमा। नर्भस लाइक हर फादर पनि नर्भस थियो होला, उनको होपलेस हो, हैन? कुनै अप्ठ्यारोसँग जुझ्न नसक्ने, भाग्ने मान्छे नर्भस नै थियो होला। त्यसरी उनलाई के भनिएको छ? शी वाज नर्भस लाइक अ फादर, लुकिङ लाइक अ फादर, थिन and dressed in shoddy red that allowed her skin, हैन? यस्तो कपडा लगाइएको छ त्यसले झन् स्किनलाई बढी पहेँलो बनाइदिएको छ, allowed her skin. All the day and all the baby loveliness gone, हैन? बच्चामा जुन एउटा लभलीनेस थियो, जति ब्युटिफुल थियो, क्यूट थियो, त्यो लभलीनेस अहिले हराएको देखियो। अनि हामीले प्यारा के अरे पेज नम्बर 399 को 4th प्याराग्राफ हेर्यो भने अहिले मैले भनेको कुरा भेटिन्छ, है। इमिली कस्तो हैन अवस्थामा छ, फादरकोबाट फर्कँदा कस्तो वीक छ, के छ भन्ने कुराहरु त्यहाँ हामीले 399 4th प्याराग्राफमा भेटाउन सक्छौं। फर्स्ट, सेकेन्ड, थर्ड, फोर्थ त्यहाँ के भनेछ? इट टुक अ लङ टाइम टु रेज द मनी फर हर फेयर ब्याक। पहिला त्यो जुन डे केयरमा राखेको थियो त्यहाँ पैसा तिर्नु पर्थ्यो, फर्काउनलाई गाह्रो छ उनलाई। She had to earn a lot of money. Then she got chicken pox and I had to wait longer. When she finally came, I hardly knew her. आफ्नो छोरीलाई चिन्न नसक्ने जस्तो लाग्छ, because she changed a lot, within certain period of time. walking quick and nervous like a father, looking like a father, thin and dressed in a shoddy red that allowed her skin and glare at the pock marks. All the baby loveliness gone. यसरी हाम्रो बुकमा व्याख्या गरिएको छ. When she is 2, she comes back to her mother. She was 2, old enough for nursery school. अब 2 वर्ष भएपछि नर्सरीतिर हैन, जस्तो हाम्रो यहाँ चाहिँ बच्चाहरूलाई अहिले चाहिँ त्यो मन्टेसरी पठाउने भन्छ नि, 2-2.5 वर्ष भएपछि त्यहाँ पनि त्यो चलन रहेछ. Old enough for nursery school, they said, and I did not know then what I know now. The fatigue of the long day and the lacerations of group life in the kinds of nurseries that are only parking places for children. Nursery राम्रो छैन त्यहाँ, खाली बच्चाहरूलाई लगेर त्यहाँ राख्ने के जस्तो रे पार्किङ प्लेस फर चिल्ड्रेन. लगेर त्यो गाडी पार्किङ गरेपछि बच्चाहरूलाई लगेर पार्क गर्ने, राख्ने, बुलाउने. The children are not better and the better cared there. Now this condition of Emily there in the nursery also. I read few lines from the book. There, no, what is mentioned, the narrator worked long hours to keep Emily in the daycare, but the nurseries were not very good. They were like parking place for children. Emily wanted to stay home for one or another reasons, because school was not good, nursery was not good. She makes different kind of pretensions not to go to school. Last lines of page number 399, you can see there, you will find it. Then the narrator brought up her other 4 children in better way. Here, the context of other 4 children is given. The narrator brought up other 4 children in different way, in better way, as there was another husband, a little better situation to take care of them. But the narrator or the mother of Emily is unhappy that Emily could not enjoy her childhood. For this situation of Emily, the narrator or mother of Emily feels responsible herself. No? She feels that she is the cause of her miserable life or somber nature of Emily. She herself is responsible. As a mother, she had to provide better situation for Emily. Though she is trying her best, but she blames herself for not being able to provide better situation for Emily. Look at page number 400, second paragraph, you will see this one. But despite her somber nature, she has a rare gift for comedy on the stage. Emily hareक कुराबाट she is not very good. Her physical structure, her physical growth is very slow. She is not getting facilities. She is not getting good care. But she has developed one quality. विशेष गरेर इमिलीको लाइफको कुरा बढी छ हैन. साथसाथै मदरले आफ्नो बच्चा हुर्काउँदा अथवा चाहिँ अब उले कसरी न्यू लाइफ सुरु गर्छ अनि आफ्नो बच्चाको बारेमा कति टेन्सन लिन्छ. यद्यपि उले नयाँ ठाउँमा गएर नयाँ अन्य बच्चा भएपछि पनि इमिलीको बारेमा बढी सोचेको छ. अनि इमिलीको एउटा पक्ष त्यो अघि मैले भन्दै थिएँ, त्यो परफर्मेन्समा एकदम राम्रो छ हैन. रेयर गिफ्ट फर कमेडी अन द स्टेज भनेर भन्दै थिएँ मैले हैन. त्यो पेज नम्बर 400 को प्याराग्राफ सेकेन्डमा पढ्यो भने त्यो कुरा हामीले देख्न सकिन्छ. The narrator remembers sending Emily away to another care a second time. न फेरि अर्को पटक उले चाहिँ अर्को ठाउँमा पठाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ इमिलीलाई. अनि जब इमिली रिटर्न गर्छ त्यहाँबाट त्यसबेला चाहिँ इमिलीले नयाँ घरमा एडजस्ट गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ विथ अ न्यू फादर, स्टेप फादर. यसरी अन्त कथा अगाडि बढ्छ. The narrator and the stepfather left, they leave Emily alone for long time, for hours. Emily त्यसबेलामा बिरामी पनि पर्छ. She suffers from measles. त्यो ठेउला दादुरा के हो त्यो रोगबाट चाहिँ उ पीडित हुन्छ. त्यो टाइम भनेको at the birth of Susan, जब नयाँ घरमा आफ्नो मम्मीले अर्को बच्चा पाउँछ त्यो बेलामा मम्मी हस्पिटलमा थिइन् हैन मदर वाज इन द हस्पिटल शी वाज अलोन एट होम एट द टाइम इमिली सफर्स फ्रम measles Emily is very thin and weak and prone to nightmare हैन त्यस बेलामा रातिमा बडबडाउने धेरै हैन कमजोर भएको अवस्था इमिलीको हामीले त्यो देख्छौं यो पेज नम्बर 400 को लास्ट प्याराग्राफमा 400 को लास्ट प्याराग्राफमा इमिली हैन कति सफर भइरहेछ के छ भनेर गर्छ जस्तै सेकेन्ड लास्ट प्याराग्राफ यहाँ मैले हेर्दै छु she did not get well हैन उ सन्चो भएको छैन she stayed skeleton thin not wanting to eat and night after night she had nightmares रातिमा चाहिँ nightmares न बडबडाउँछ उ she would call for me and I would rouse from exhaustion to sleepily call back you are all right darling go to sleep it's just a dream रक्षा सुदीप यो म्युट गर न तिमीले मैले अलिकति भन्दिन्छु र भोलि के गरिदिन्छु होला कि रातिमा उ जब चाहिँ आत्तिन्छ बडबडाउँछ मम्मीले उलाई कन्सोल गर्छ के भन्दा यु आर अल राइट डार्लिङ गो टु स्लीप इट्स जस्ट अ ड्रीम हैन यो सपना हो तिमीलाई केही भएको छैन भनेर मम्मीले उलाई सान्त्वना पार्टी सुत्न पठाउने काम गर्छन् अनि now go to sleep Emily there is nothing to hurt you only twice when I had to get up for Susan anyhow I went into sit with her हैन सुसन को लागि गेट अप गर्दाखेरि इमिलीसँग गएर बस्थ्यो मम्मी अनि तल के छ I get up and go to her at once at a moan भनेको कराएको हैन उलाई पीडा हुन्छ इमिलीलाई कराएको हुन्छ त्यो बेलामा मम्मी उठेर इमिलीसँग पुग्छ और रेस्टलेस स्टियरिङ रक्षा सुदीप तिम्रो हल्ला आयो रक्षाले पनि बन्द गर Raksha, you please keep it in mute. Yeah, all right. अनि मैले के भनिरहेको थिएँ अघि जस्तो इमिलीको अवस्था एकदमै थिन वीक हैन अब नाइटमेयर रातिमा बडबडाउने त्यस्तो अवस्था चाहिँ देखाइन्छ हैन उनी चाहिँ एकदमै कमजोर भएको हुन्छन् त्यो चाहिँ हामीले पेज नम्बर 400 को लास्टतिर पढ्दाखेरि भेटाउँछौं र मैले यो लाइन पढ्दै थिएँ जस्तै मम्मीले के भन्छ गेट अप एन्ड गो टु हर एट वन्स एट अ मोन अर रेस्टलेस स्टियरिङ हैन यताउता चलिरहेछ आत्तिएको छ इमिली Are you awake, Emily? Can I get you something? तिमीलाई मैले केही दिनु पर्यो हैन केही चाहिन्छ भनेर मम्मीले सोध्नुहुन्छ and the answer is always the same no I'm all right go back to sleep mother इमिलीले हैन मम्मीलाई सकेसम्म दुःख दिन नखोजेको हैन आफू अप्ठ्यारो अवस्थामा भए पनि न what she says I'm all right go back to sleep mother हैन यसरी मम्मीलाई इमिलीले चाहिँ दुःख धेरै दिन नखोजेर आफू चाहिँ ठिकै छु भन्दै सान्त्वना दिएको छ Later on, Emily suffers from tuberculosis. TB रोगबाट सफर हुन्छ she suffers from tuberculosis. She is sent to convalescent house, the home. न TB को उपचार गर्ने अन्तमा ठाउँ छ त्यहाँ convalescent home भन्ने त्यहाँ उनलाई लगिन्छ and she is sent there for her better care from tuberculosis. Now it is at the beginning of page number 401. If you look at there, you will find it. She is saying to, they persuaded me to at the clinic to send her away to convalescent home in the country where she can have they have the kind of food and care you can't manage for her. तिमीले चाहिँ म्यानेज गर्न सक्दिनौ इमिलीले लगेर कन्भल्सेन्ट हाउसमा राख भनेर उनलाई सल्लाह दिन्छ to the mother of Emily, narratorलाई. अनि Emily is sent to convalescent house, because mother cannot take care of her very nicely. The narrator goes to visit once in 2 months. जब convalescent house मा इमिली हुन्छ narrator महिनाको 2 महिनामा एक पटक मात्र भेट गर्न जान्छन्. When she goes to meet her, she cannot meet her being very intimate, being very close, so that she shouts from outside, from distance away, seeing Emily on a balcony. Emily balcony मा देखिन्छन्, मम्मी तलबाट चिच्चाउनुहुन्छ भेट्न गएको बेलामा. because parents were forbidden from going too close to their children. They are in the convalescent home. When Emily returns from the convalescent home, she is frail, she is very weak, and rigid with little appetite. जब उनलाई कन्भल्सेन्ट होमबाट घरमा ल्याइन्छ उनी एकदमै विक भएको छ खाना खान मनै गर्दैन with little appetite भोक छैन उनलाई भोकै लाग्दैन. This is how Emily gets ill time and again, and her what is called this classes are affected by that. She cannot go to school, she is absent in school. Because of that, she is labeled as a slow learner in the school. उनलाई स्कुलमा चाहिँ स्लो लर्नरको रूपमा लेभल एउटा मार्क गरिएको हुन्छ यो यस्तो केटी हो यसले सक्दैन पढ्न सक्दैन भनेर उ चाहिँ त्यो रूपमा चिनिएको छ स्कुलमा. The narrator recalls at home of what the narrator recalls when Emily was at home. When Emily is at home, she plays with Susan, another new child, another new daughter of the narrator. They two play to each other. They play together. But Susan is quite happy. She reveals everything. She laughs, talks a lot, but Emily does not talk. Emily is somber and gloomy. She doesn't expose and she is not revealing the things to others. If you look at the second last paragraph of page number 402, it is mentioned there. Second last the paragraph, the contrast between Emily and Susan. Susan, the second child, Susan golden and curly hair and chubby, quick and articulate and assured, everything in appearance and manner. Emily was not. Now this is how these two girls, Emily and Susan, are contrasted. Susan is quite happy, she is golden, she is chubby, she is responding, she is articulative, but Emily is not. Emily's condition is presented as such. In that, in these lines, as I read, the last paragraph of page number 402, you will find this line. Emily's physical development as a teenager is also very slow. She is very lean and thin. Her development, physical growth is not according to her age. And she is lost in the classes. Classroom performance is also not good. She is not good at study. Her physical growth is also quite thoughtful. It is problematic. But with the encouragement of her mother, the narrator, Emily took part in certain programs in the school. She took part in the performance and she won the school talent show. You have very good news, that Emily, has is that she was good at performance and mother encourages her to take part in the talent show. And Emily wins the talent show in the school. That is very much great achievement in her life. In her ecstasy, extreme happiness, Emily tearfully phones her mother. एकदम खुशीको आँसुसित उनले आफ्नो मम्मीलाई फोन गर्छिन्. When her mother was at work, and she tells the news of her being first in the talent show. Emily's this performance is remarkable. She was very good at performance, and her performance was blossoming, means developing into a talented. She was becoming a good performer. She was learning it, and she was very much enthusiastic, and her performance was growing well. But without the money, mother did not have money. To become a good performer, she had to go out, she had to learn more, but there was no money with her mother. And there were no other people to encourage her to develop her performance. So, she cannot develop her talent, being potential herself. She remained unfulfilled, even though she had potentiality inside her. Outward environment did not support her. This is how Emily had a very difficult childhood. She had a rocky childhood, but mother hopes that she will be valuable creation later on towards the end of her life, or when she grows up, she will be valuable creation. She will do something. Mother is hopeful. This is how the story ends. Okay, I'll remind you about the story and plus analysis of the story in the next class. Thank you.